What's up, guys? You already know what it is. It's Mr. Bridges on top. We back with another one, guys. We back with another one. Like I said, man, we showing up on a consistent basis, but we don't know how consistent we gonna show up. Just know we gonna be showing up on a consistent basis. Football is right around the corner, but we got some more stuff to talk about this March Madness and basketball and just other fun stuff that's going on in the world. But what's up, guys? Thank you for tuning in. If you haven't subscribed to Bridges on Top, please go to Bridges on Top and subscribe, just like it's spelled right down here, right down here, Bridges on Top. So please go on there and subscribe. This is the same feed that's going on Scotty channel. Shout out to Scotty. But I can't do it by myself. I can't do it on myself. Shoot. But Jerry gonna be a little late. But I got my other co-host. She hailed from the boot. Everybody know, get the gat. Miss LSU out here, them Miss FAMU out here, them Miss North Carolina Central out here. She just getting rings. LSU win rings, FAMU win rings, North Carolina Central won some rings, you know what I'm saying? She ringed up out here and she lowered up and 3 degree up. My home girl, the lady of the freestyle read, Robin McGee.
I'm back with it. I'm back with it. I'm back with it. It's a Friday. We tuned in. Got my friend. Mr. Ron in the building. Waiting on Jerry.
Waiting on Jerry whenever he show up.
Look, he gonna get here when he get here, y'all, because he is out working hard. But look, Ron, happy Friday.
What's up with it? We here.
Look, we here. We got a lot of great things that we're going to be talking about, guys.
Yeah, we here. We definitely here, sure. So what you been going on, the last 2 weeks? What's been happening with you?
I do have some great news. So y'all know I'm in law school, North Carolina Central School of Law. And tonight, we have a banquet. And they're going to announce the new student body government and everything. And of course, your girl has run for student body president.
Okay.
But tonight they're going to announce everything. It's unofficial officially, but I did run uncontested, so I didn't even have competition. So you're looking at the new president of the North Carolina School of Law. Okay. So yes, I'm very excited.
I don't even know if I got tired of music.
Listen, look, I had to decide on what I wanted to do, and I said I got to do it big for this year. So yeah, I'm excited.
I'm sorry, Robin, but city girls out here winning, but this city girl.
Not city girl.
City girl.
Thank you, Ryan.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Shoot.
But yeah, man, that's what I got going on.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Shoot, hey, the fall for you. She out here doing that. So people, you know what that means. She's gonna be a little bit more busier on the back end of the side. Just to let
listen, I'm gonna keep my days. Look, you're on my schedule. You're on my calendar. Okay, when you're on the calendar, we got to make sure that I keep my word. So I may not be doing every single week, but I'm always gonna. I'm gonna be here. I
got you. You know how I do during football season. I'm gonna have somebody pop up.
Right.
I kind of took a break with people. Then when the football season started back, I have people popping up left and right.
I know that's right. How are you doing? How is everything?
I'm doing good. I just came back from vacation. I know I didn't.
Yes, Mr. Cruz.
Yeah, I was bon voyage.
Not bon voyage. They were mocktails, daiquiris, and all that good stuff. What cruise line did you go on?
We went on Caribbean, not Caribbean, but Carnival. We went on
Carnival? Okay. Yeah, where did y'all go?
We went to Nassau and we went to Princess Cay,
Okay.
I like Princess Cay much better because it was more secluded. It was you didn't have none of the tourists and town noise around. So yeah, but it was cool though. It was cool, different experience. You know, got to see some of the native Black people. You know, we don't see it there.
Now, was that your first cruise, or you've been on cruises before?
This is my second cruise.
Okay.
Yeah. So
compared to your first cruise, was this one better, or there's some changes that you would make going forward?
I like the Dominican Republic better. That's my opinion. But
I know that was the time.
Yeah, it was cool. It was more because I just like the part that the beaches are secluded.
Yeah.
You won't have outside interference. And like you don't have to, you can just leave your stuff and walk.
Right, right. Yeah, you can't do that everywhere. You can't do that everywhere.
It was a dance song, a whole bunch of stuff. I was like, I got too much stuff.
No, you can't do that everywhere.
I got too much stuff. I got too much stuff, Robin.
Right.
I might have to be
hold on to it. Absolutely.
Doing a freestyle reading now, so you hear boop, boop, boop in the background.
Stop. I know that's right, but I'm glad you had a good time. Much needed relaxation.
Yeah.
Good week. Yes, sir.
Yeah, but we here now. So sure. Hopefully, I don't know when Jerry gonna show up, but he gonna show up when he show up.
Look, you already know.
You
would just roll on in.
Heck yeah, but snap moment of the week. Something happened that I saw this week. I was like,
talk about it.
I was like, like father, like son, Robin. That's all.
What happened?
Like father, like son. So think of an NBA player currently in the league right now.
Currently in the league.
Currently in the league.
Big?
So he likes to get rowdy a little bit.
Draymond Green?
Yes. So, okay. You hit the nail on the coffin right there. So his son was playing in a Chris Paul tournament.
Okay.
So guess what his son do?
Oh, did he start a fight?
Clearly. The apple does not fall far from the tree, Robin.
Now he is too young. First of all, Draymond shouldn't be doing that. He's a bully. I'm so sorry. I don't care what nobody say. Green is a bully, and now his son following in that footsteps. Let me see. I'm sorry. Let me be quiet.
Okay. Here you go. So this is his son right here.
Okay.
The white jersey, clearly black. We can all see it.
Okay.
And here. This is Chris Paul camp that he puts on every year for multiple places and stuff like that. So this is what this young fellow does.
Okay.
Then watch this, Robin. This ain't it. What?
No. Wait. That's not funny. Okay, but wait. Hold on. Now, what I'm understanding, right, is the young boy, I'm presuming that was a little white boy. That was a white boy. Okay. Yeah. So you have the young white player. Does he do something to Draymond's son? Because it looks like
it's more to the story.
Okay, because I like to have both sides, because I'm like, what did the young man do for Draymond Green's son?
More to the story. So, Robin, this rivalry been brewing for a minute. Guess whose son? Well, you probably won't know the son of the other athlete, but he plays in the NBA too.
Okay.
His last name is Sabonis, and last time that
I don't know that man.
So remember when Draymond Green stomped on somebody's chest?
Yes. That was that man.
That was his kid.
Okay, so their family has been like this the whole time.
The whole time, Robin.
Now, who was that? Was that who that was? The man in the red shirt?
No, that was one of the coaches.
Oh,
because both of them are basketball right now.
Okay.
But Chris Paul has a camp going on.
Right.
that he's not there. Like none of the athletes
they're not,
are not
there. That's what I was trying to understand. Who was the adults who were
it had to be one of the coaches, and it had to be another family member of,
probably a family member. Okay. Okay. Because I couldn't tell if that was Draymond or not, but wow.
Yeah.
Because but going back to the little boy, he didn't do anything to drink Green's son. He just was just talking mess, probably. And he just
probably because we saw it happen with Draymond Green. He talked mess to Draymond Green. He won't fight you, but Draymond Green pick and choose his fights though.
He does. Yeah. But see, that's what is different, because you are a child, and a child. Not saying that the child doesn't know or understand what they're doing, because I do believe children do understand to a certain point. But I think looking at his dad as an example and seeing how he relates to things or how he acts on things, he probably in that moment thought it was okay to do the same thing. But now I'm looking at it from the perspective of, okay, now that we got the kids out the way, the adults come in. And like the man with the red shirt, he looks like he's pulling Draymond Green.
Oh yeah, he was pulling away. Yeah,
he was pulling him away.
Yeah, like.
But it doesn't seem like aggressive. He just seems like he just was like, "Hey, what are you doing?" Like, stop. But then the other man coming out like, "God doggone, he's
like Ray Lewis."
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, God doggone going run back up. I said, wait. I don't know. That is chaotic. How old is he? How old is that young boy? Like 12, 13?
Probably 12, 13, 10.
Okay, that's around that.
Yeah, around that age. But
because look, the mother came down. The mother came down quick of the other little white boy. She came down there quick.
She already know the apple don't fall from the tree.
Oh, He should. I hope. I don't know what Draymond Green. He probably proud, but it's just, I don't know. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that you need to lie down and let people walk over you, but I will say there is ways to de-escalate the situation and also stick up for yourself. And that doesn't always mean you have to put your hands on somebody. Now, it would be different if the opposing team started the fight, and he was defending himself. Then absolutely put your dukes up. Let's make sure we're taking care of ourselves. But in the video, it doesn't seem like that. It seems like probably opposing player was mouthing off, whatever, and homeboy took his opportunity and me. So I don't know. That's crazy. That is an old snap. Right, I didn't even see this.
I'll be trying to find little stuff. I'll be like, because I'll be saying, oh, snap. Oh, hold up now. Oh, snap.
Oh, what, you know what I'm saying? Like, wow.
Oh, snap. I need to get some.
Was scared
I need to get some theme music for Oh Snap. You know, like before I need to get some theme like the.
Okay.
Yeah, I need to do something like that with an Oh Snap moment.
I know, right?
I need to do something like that.
Dang, that was crazy though.
Yeah, but that was my Oh Snap moment of the week. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try to come with some better stuff each and every time for y'all. So
I know you're gonna have to do a good one next week.
Exactly. So I gotta stay on.
I was not prepared for that little boy to come out like that. That's so sad. That's so bad.
Yeah, that's Draymond's son. But yeah. But let's move on to this next topic right here. Let's definitely move on to this next topic.
Man, let me tell you, on the edge of my seat till the end of the game, I said, wow. Wow. What a historical moment for Gremlin. And I love that it was really a fair game. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like I didn't get a chance to watch all of it. I kind of watched it towards the end. But I was looking at some highlights and everything. And I want to give praise to just like the entire game in general. You know, Montana did a very great job, but I genuinely think that this was the best game for Gremlin to win against, because it really set the tone for them moving forward. I honestly believe that this is what they needed to really, make a name for themselves, because we know it's possible. We didn't see it, but a lot of times, sometimes, we get a little scared.
Yeah.
But I think Grambling, took it as a challenge, and they were able to capitalize on it, because I think they saw the momentum. And I also think that they could see that Montana was not expecting them to do it as well as they did. I genuinely think that they started putting it on a little bit more, and then they could see that Montana was not expecting that. They were not. Let's be honest. They weren't. Yeah. Nobody on their team was like, nah, we gonna knock them out easy peasy. But baby, and then Kamala Harris, VP, called them.
Yeah, that was lit. I ain't gonna lie. That was definitely lit. But the one factor of the game is rebounding. Yeah, they doubled their opponent rebounding. Grambling 41 rebounds.
Yeah,
27. Yeah, that means a lot. Even if it's offensive rebounds or defensive rebounds, you're doing something to win the game. Right. So every other statistic on there, they beat them by a field goal percentage, they beat them by a 3-point percentage, they beat them by, and they had less turnovers too. So they win for the turnover side as far as Grambling. But rebounding the ball and that one less turnover, you can say, hey, that helped us win the game. You can say stuff like that. So
yeah. And this is history for them to, advance. We always talk about, is you just got to make it toward that first game. Because then it gives them momentum. It gives them encouragement to know that, play good ball. Don't worry about the opponent. Don't worry about who you are. Play good ball. And there are some athletes on this team. My goodness. I said, wow. And like you said, they played with, rebounds, granted, are things that you just know second nature. That shouldn't be something that we have to drill. Do it.
Yeah.
Get the paint, get the ball, let's go.
I tell my friends, they be like, oh, how do you miss this tackle, or how this person didn't get this rebound, or how this and this. I was like, rebound. Yes, you have to learn how to box out and rebound, but rebound is like a want to.
Right.
Playing defense is a want to. It's not you have to want to do it. Correct. It's not, I'm going to just go out here and act like, nah, you got to want to do these things. So, I felt like they had first of all, their bench did a tremendous job, because,
that's the part that people don't be paying attention to, is the fact that when your entire squad, whether your starting 5 or your secondary or whatever, y'all have to be just as great as the starters. That's what's going to help you build a better team and be competitive, because it's we not playing with the young people no more, or the smaller teams, or this ain't Kansas no more, but dog. We have to play at all factors, but everybody has to be on that level. So that's a good point there.
Yeah, definitely. And they won. I think Grambling is the first SWAC team to win the smaller bracket and go on to the bigger bracket. So I think Grambling is the first SWAC team to do that.
Yeah. I know for a fact that when they were putting it on, this was when the game was still going, people were already talking about how historical this will be should they win. Right now, granted, playing Purdue, look, I'm not saying it's impossible, but whatever they did with Montana, they're gonna have to multiply that by 5, because now that Purdue is seeing it, right, that's gonna only inflame them to be ready.
Yeah.
Because if I was Purdue, I would be like, we can't count them out. This is no longer about being the underdog. It's about maintaining where we are, because they are going to do everything they can to beat us. Yeah. And with that being said, they got to be ready and prepared, but they shouldn't second guess themselves. They need to put it on. Put it on.
Put it, like you said, put it on. You got to. But as far as this next game, as far as Purdue, in my mind, you playing Purdue. I don't want to say the words, but you know what I'm thinking. just don't get your ass beat. That's what we hope for. We just
You
play.
know,
We just
play until it hits 0-0.
Thank you.
Okay, that's all we want. That's all we could ever ask for.
Thank you.
Because you already breaking barriers as being the first, you know what I'm saying, within your program to win the NCAA tournament game. So we're already in there. You just, keep that up. keep that up. Definitely. Don't let them get into you. Don't let them get into your head, man.
Definitely. So they play Purdue. I'm trying to think what it says to be announced. But I know they play
next Friday, huh?
Do they play? They have to play it in the next coming up days, actually.
Okay, so it'll probably be sooner.
Because it's still the first round.
Gotcha.
Yeah, they have to play in the next coming up days because it's still the first round of the tournament. They don't have what day, and they have the time, but they just don't have the day. So.
Gotcha. Yeah. I'm looking at this statistic here. It says that Grambling will play the number 1 seed Purdue on Friday and the first round of the I guess the Midwest portion of the game.
Yeah.
Whatever that is, or the tournament, sorry. But yeah, like you said, it because they played this. Also, they play tonight then. If that's the case, because today is Friday. Let me see.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. So not next Friday, but tonight, huh?
They play tonight or they play tomorrow?
Let's see.
Cause ESPN
Grambling on Friday, but it keeps saying, see, that's when they don't put on the dates.
It's no.
Oh wait, hold on. Here we go. So tip off from Gamebridge Fieldhouse in Indianapolis is set up for 7:25 p.m. tonight.
Okay, tonight. All right.
Boilermakers are 27-point favorites in the latest.
Okay.
Woo, sugar.
Oh well, we're gonna be watching that game.
Man, what? Yeah. I'm gonna have to have my phone under the little table at the banquet. I'm gonna be watching it.
Gonna be watching that game. But shout out to Grambling though, for real. Like,
yeah.
But think about it, Robin. Grambling should be the only SWAC team that besides FAMU, because we just came in there and just start sweeping everybody. But Grambling really they could talk junk. They got the first. They got the first. They got the first Hall of Famer, Super Bowl winning quarterback.
Yeah.
They won. They the only HB. They the only SWAC team to win the Celebration Bowl.
Yeah.
It was the first ones. Yeah. You know, like Grambling guys. You know, we NCAA tournament win. You know, Grambling should be poking their chest out a little bit. You know.
And here's something to think about. And if I was in that locker room, this is what I would be telling them: Purdue is beatable. They are not undefeated.
Yes.
They're not undefeated.
Yes.
It may take an act of God, but it's not. It's not impossible.
That part.
It's not impossible. They are beatable.
Yeah.
Okay? So keep that in your mind. But I love that. Go Tigers for real on the Grambling side.
Definitely. But man, we wish them the best of luck. Like, they play tonight, so I'm definitely gonna be watching that game.
Absolutely.
And, definitely. And Robin, we got some biz naive to talk about. We stand on business right now. You know, like Drewski.
Bending with a B.
We stand with a big B. With big B. You know.
Big B, big Z. All right.
Yeah,
what's going on?
Yeah, them big B's. We got to talk about this, man. Atrocity.
Yeah. How did this happen? And when did this occur? Was this supposed to be something that we were preparing for? Because I wasn't anticipating it.
Robin, we should have been preparing for this for the last 2 years ago.
Okay, so it shouldn't have even gotten this far, is what you're saying.
Robin,
we should have gotten this.
Robin, let's have a conversation with Pete.
Come on, can they school me? School me. I just know that they didn't have the best season.
In 7 years, Robin. In 7 years.
7 years.
Guess how, Robin, just take
Four scores 7 years ago. Okay.
Just take a good guess at how many games you lost in 7 years.
In 7 years. Let's go with let's go with like 90.
You're warned.
Because you're hyping it up like it's a bad thing. So I'm like, is it a lot?
Just know you're warm.
Okay, is it in the hundreds?
Yeah, okay. You get to the microwave.
Wow.
You get to the microwave.
Is it more than 100, or it's like in 100?
It's more than 100.
It's 200?
No, it ain't 200. I'm not mad. It's in the hundreds.
Okay, it's in the hundreds.
Just 100.
So like 100, 120, 125.
You kind of good. 113 losses.
113 losses.
And 69 wins.
69 wins. That's not good.
Yes, he was coach of the year. Yes, he was. Yes, he definitely was. But
so was his peak 2 years ago? Like what was his record 2 years ago? Or was it better than where he is now? In order for him to win coach of the year, he had to do something. Come on now. Isn't that a vote?
I feel like this, Robin. He did good at the time being, but when I was there, I felt like they needed a new coach, just regardless, because he's an older coach. He's an old school coach. I can say like he kind of does the old school approach to things. And you can see some of it, like it's probably 2 out of 3 players received that, and the rest of the team didn't receive his coaching style.
Okay.
From what I personally saw.
Okay, so he's not a bad coach. He's just not the best fit.
Yes, I don't think he's the best fit for FAMU.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so now, what do you think the fit needs in order for FAMU to grow? Like, what is he was lacking specifically for this program?
Somebody, well, first and foremost, somebody relatable to the kids.
Okay.
Because, like, that's the one thing that you got to have coaching now. You have to be relatable. Because if you're not relatable, kids will not, they will not connect with you.
Yeah, they won't connect. You're right.
I mean, second thing, kudos. I'm not arguing about that. He coach of the year. Most of his kids graduate. I know they got a high grade point average. I trust me. I know all of that. I ain't even complaining about that. Kudos. But at the end of the day, it's a sports business, Robin. It's a business.
So is it fair to say that, the coach was able to administratively, progress within, the behind the scenes of, player development or, sustaining compliant. But when it came to winning or being competitive, that's the part. So if anything, you need to find.
I don't think it's about being competitive because if you look at some of the games, they are close. They are competitive.
Okay.
It's just that one factor. I don't think he connected with the kids.
Okay.
Other night, so he didn't connect with the kids like Coach Willie Simmons connected with the kids. Now, if you could put it there.
Yeah.
Because I haven't heard the connection of that as far as the similarity of Coach Willie Simmons on campus.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah. So that's what I'm saying. They were competitive. He won Coach of the Year. They played hard, but you can tell like if it was ride or die, I don't know if this team ride or die.
But I mean, to your point too, even looking at from the perspective of the record, 60 to 113. I mean, the numbers also don't lie there. So I think like you said, like overall, when weighing everything, there were some, factors that needed to be progressed and probably not done in a quick fashion that they would have hoped. So, maybe he does need a new team to connect with, so to speak. But yeah, I don't know, 60 wins, 113 losses. Yeah, we're gonna have to come better a little bit more than that as well, because we still want to, maintain our status. And losing don't need to be a part of that status.
Yeah, like we need coach with a little bit more swagger.
Yeah.
Like my thing is this, Robin. Like I say this all the time to myself. I understand. Alabama, I think it's Alabama State. They have a good basketball stadium, and I know like we really do have like a good basketball arena. And literally, like Florida State has like I think like 5 or maybe 10,000 more seats than us. Their stadium and their basketball arena is big. So if they only have like 10,000 or 11,000 more seats than us, we have a big arena. Like we can pack games out like it went nothing. We just need the right coach. We already had a sponsorship for us, LeBron. We just need the right coach.
Right. And you know what else too? Let's also consider, I think that, AD Sites is under some scrutiny, let's be honest, because of what has been happening with the football coaches. Now, granted, has this played into her, decision to let Coach McCollum go? Arguably. But I will say the parallels are there, the coincidences are there, and I feel like I know a lot of people behind her are like, we need to win. Basically, you know what I mean? Like it's just as simple as that. And while Coach McCollum, had a great run or had, the benefit that he did bring to the program, I fresh start seems like what this whole athletic program is in need of. I don't know. I can't speak for the other sports, but definitely it seems like that's the premise right now, is to elevate where needed, and fix, where need to be fixed. So
yeah, so I mean it's a lot going on. Can you read that for him? I'm trying to do a little.
Yeah, for sure. So the micro issue here is we have, as HBCU fans, lost our moral character of Black men, graduating productive citizens for wins no matter what. No, I don't think so. There's more pieces of the pie. This is how I would like to say it. When you're dealing with athletics, right, you can't solely focus on one thing. There has to be a balance between all things. And while we are elevating and applauding, again, the academic achievements that have been made and the accolades that have been given in those areas, we are still an athletic sport. And in order to keep the athletic sport, every athletic director is going to tell you we have to have a winning or a substantially more winning season in order to justify having a sports team. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I think not shying away from, the importance of elevating the athlete academically, that is still only half of the battle, because we are an athletic sport. Like it's still a sport at the end of the day. Yeah. Like no matter how you look at it, are there athletes who are students playing the sport? Absolutely. But in order for them to continue getting funding, in order for them to continue getting the praises, in order for them to continue getting those doors opened for more athletic achievements, they have to be athletically inclined. And that does pertain to the amount of wins that you receive. And your coach sometimes is getting the brunt of that. You know what I mean? Like as a coach, it is a part of your responsibility to help elevate a sports team into a winning, factor. But
yeah.
And I want people to understand that, like, definitely, because I'm such on the academic side, believe you me. But I also elevate. I am a coach as well, and I don't want everybody, looking at my record to be like, "Dang, that's crazy. You got more losses than wins." But I have some great factors that I have elevated. But that, the world we live in, that's not enough.
Yeah,
we gotta have
like what you're saying, Robin. Yes, I understand the student side of it. Don't get me wrong. I
Mm-hmm.
understand the student side. I understand you go to school to get your degree. If you don't go to school to get your degree, you're doing both. You're playing sports and you're getting your degree.
Correct.
So like it's different factors into it. But for me, Robin, this is me. I understand getting your degree is important.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But we trying to put butts in seats. We
Yeah,
trying to win some championships.
that is
We
true.
trying to
See,
bring
that's
more
a part of it.
money into the school. We shouldn't have well, I don't even know how many well, let's just say our stadium holds over, I think I say about 45.
Yeah.
I say about 45.
Yeah.
We put when we play SWAC teams, that stadium supposed to be halfway or 3/4 filled out.
Right.
We shouldn't be no empty stadium and you just see 300 people in the stands.
Yeah. And we
By
talked
that
about
mean,
that last year about like how do we increase, the fan engagement? How do we increase people being in seats? You know what I'm saying? And that it comes from winning, like like or having like quality games too. Like we know a good rival, win or
yeah,
loss, is going to bring fans. Period.
yeah. And,
However, that's just not the only thing.
and Robin, actually scheduling games that you can play at home when kids are not on Thanksgiving or Christmas break.
Oh yeah, that is true. I used to hate when the better games be like Christmas break, and I'm
I'm not
like,
even going to be there.
I'm home.
Like, why would you schedule this game and I'm not even going to be there? Like,
No,
that's the dumbest.
seriously.
Like,
That
come
is
on.
that's a very good observation. And I'm also going back to your point of like the connection piece, right? So I just read this quote from one of the former basketball players, and apparently they were dissatisfied, from player to coach. They were dissatisfied with a couple of things that he's done. And essentially, apparently, he wasn't always honest with the players about things that he promised them. So that's another thing. Like you can't make false promises, right? And I understand sometimes you want to, get your athletes to be on your side by telling them, hey, I'm gonna do this, that, and the third. When all reality, sometimes that is beyond your control. So when it doesn't happen, you have the brunt of having to say, oh, I'm sorry, we can't make this happen, after you didn't sit up here and promised everything. Now I don't know what he promised them, and I'm not saying that it was like egregious, but if you got somebody already, saying, hey, we had tension regardless,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. We got to look at it all sides of the spectrum here.
You're right. And you're right. But like Robin, I can kid you not. I'm outside looking in. I'm not even like, cause I was focusing on the other stuff. But
Yeah.
like when I watch practice, it's literally like
Yeah.
it's like Robin, when I say like old school, it's like so old school.
Yeah.
Like just yelling, talking, yelling, like walking in the middle of the drill and stopping the whole thing. I'm like, some of that stuff is necessary. But
Yeah.
a lot of the stuff he was doing, like you can tell a person's body language, they wouldn't fucking with it. Like
Right. Right.
they're just there to get their scholarship and play
Right.
ball.
And that's like, as an athlete, as a student, I do not want to ever feel like that. Like, I
Yeah.
don't want to feel like, oh, I'm just here so I don't get fined. Like, I want to enjoy it. I want to have an experience because that's going to help me to perform better. And I feel like other athletes can attest to that. When I'm in an environment where I feel like I'm valued, where I feel like I am in a space where my coaches got my back, where I feel like my teammates, are camaraderie and whatever, all of those play into performance, which then elevates the coach's status, because it's like you were able to make that happen. You were able to oversee team culture. You were able to oversee, like you said, Ron, how competitive the game schedule is and where it needs to be improved. All of that falls into a coach, in addition to, students maintaining eligibility and making the grades that's necessary and graduating. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I hope
Now
he gets maybe another opportunity somewhere.
Now, on this part, like this comment right here, there's no need to market or to publicity a losing team. There's no need. There's no need to. I mean, I understand what you're saying, but come check us out. Blah blah blah. No. And I know Josh enough that he won't put himself in a predicament of trying to overmarket a team that's not winning. That if it was like Coach Simmons and the history of winning and the history of the athletes going to higher, much better. Yeah. Okay, I can see that marketing.
Yeah.
But pump your brakes.
Well, I'm gonna say this too, because it totally agree with everything you're saying, because definitely you don't want to put a target on your back and it's just like, baby, you are not where you say you are. But what I will say is marketing your team can affect the performance, because let's say, you know, the last few games within the season, let's say we're in the middle of the season, the last few games, they were losses, right? Mm-hmm. Can't want them back. But we want to build up the team in a way that encourages them to perform better. So naturally, I'm going to say, hey, we have these amount of people in the stands, because I kid you not, I know for a fact there are more players out there that would rather have the fans jam-packed in their house as opposed to not. Yeah. And I think that comes with marketing. I think that comes with the attention that you receive. And I think that could help, you know, better the performance moving forward. So while, you don't want to market too much of something that needs to be improved, but I don't think it should be completely shied away, because it could be a motivator. It could be like, hey, each game or each time we're going to try to push more so that you guys can feel encouraged that you have the support behind you to do better. But that comes from your coach making those executive decisions.
Yeah, and guess what, Robin? Guess what all of that ties into?
What does it tie into, Ron?
Winning.
Yeah.
I can attest to this. Everybody wasn't coming to the FAMU games when Coach Willie first came.
Yeah.
Everybody wasn't. Pete,
that is true. Then he started to win.
All this, we started to win. Next year, you started seeing people in stands. You started seeing people that never come to games come to games.
Look, like, ticket sales that increased and stuff, and I saw it.
Bro, you don't never come to a football game. You could be complaining about it's high. Right. Oh, bro, you know, we out here, we winning. Oh, now it's we.
Now it's we.
Now it's we. It wasn't never we last year. When they lost a couple of games. It wasn't never we now, but now it's we. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
That definitely plays into a part of it. And I think, you know, we'll see once we get a new coach, and let's say this new coach does turn it around, we're going to see. We're going to see how many people is like, oh, we miss, you know, what we used to have. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like we see what we have now, and we see the improvements moving forward. So,
hold up. This is something. Did you play at FAM?
My man, I can tell you he had no recruiting budget, sanctions with 2 limited scholarships, required money games. That program could not keep the profits. I'm going to tell you this one thing, baby. And I'm going to tell you this from my own experience.
Robert, he must have played at FAM, because that's information that's inside.
But wait, but a lot of times, sometimes, and it doesn't have to be though. Sometimes it's just, you know, over the course of years, like people will talk about this stuff, because it is playing into the strength of a coach who doesn't have a lot, who is able to do something with it, right? So I definitely agree that the man probably didn't have the best of time, right? But again, are we now blaming the players and who we was able to recruit? And that's why, you know, the record was not reflective of what it was going to show. Because then I'm looking at, okay, what about the programs who don't get anything, who don't get any athletic scholarships or anything? I'm talking about like D3 school, or let's talk about Benedict. I'm sure Benedict didn't have as much as what they had. And then what were they able to do?
Robin, since when I got on Benedict's campus, it was the basketball, both of the girls and boys, that was like they would talk about. Like, oh yeah, you know, you like when you walk in, it's the oldest gym you can walk into. But when you walk into Benedict's gym, all you see is banners. girls and boys.
Yeah.
So if you saying like recruit, like as far as recruiting, it's the coach. Because if you can get that athlete, I understand it's good and bad coaches. I do understand that. But I'm just saying to me personally, if you can come into a parent's house and you can feel the parents out and you can feel that player out, then y'all should have a connection right then and there.
Yeah.
I understand stuff do happens and yeah, coaches do talk up a good game and all this stuff. I do understand that. But at the end of the day, like Benedict get less money,
Yeah.
still a winning,
And
still a winning team.
7 years is a long time. It's a long time to continue. I don't want to say make excuses, but like justifying why they're not where they need to be. Let me say it like that. So while yes, coach probably had a lot and probably more than we would know of obstacles that they had to face, but I that's the reality of where you're coaching at. Are you going to take that and spin it and be able to do something with it, or are you just going to let that define, your progression? So,
And I was about to say this too, Robin. Like, if you're the coach and you have LeBron symbol backing you, should you try in your every possible will, or like I should try to reach out to certain athletes, or I should try to reach out to Nike athletes, or I should try to reach out to Nike LeBron camp. Hey, we need this. We need like this is what we need. Like,
well, and see, to your point of that, he was the coach when we were getting all of the LeBron shoes and stuff like that.
yeah.
Like, so clearly there was some connections there. So I don't know.
It's not adding up. That's all I'm
Yeah,
saying.
something's
Something
not
ain't adding
right.
up. Like if you getting all this stuff from LeBron's team or camp, because
Yeah.
you're not personally getting it from LeBron.
Right,
But
right,
like if
right.
you're
Still,
getting it from LeBron's camp or LeBron's team, then
right.
where were the connections to hey, we need funding for this or hey, we need funding for that?
Right. Like
Like
closed mouths don't get fed now.
like if you're a basketball coach, you should be the first person to tell like, hey, this is what we need. This is what we got to do.
Right.
This is what we got to do to win. This
Right.
is what I need to win,
Yeah.
so everybody can win.
Right. That's true. That's true. And I think that's probably the part that was lacking a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. So that I mean, at the end of the day, I just hope they find somebody that can relate to the kids. I think that's really what kids want now as far as a coach. As far as like when I was coaching, it was different. I just wanted somebody to push me so I can, I don't really care how hard they push me. I just wanted somebody to push me so I can be a better athlete on the field. But now these kids, they want the coach to be relatable. They want the coach to do this. They want the coach to do that. They want the coach to do this. So,
well, I'll tell you this. This may be an old snap moment, part 2, but at least they had the decency to allow him to finish his contract instead of that Long Beach. You heard about the Long Beach State? They fired the coach, right? Like he's fired, right? Not that they're not renewing, but like he's fired. But said that, like, okay, so here's the thing. He was fired last Monday on the heels of a 5-game losing streak, but is continuing to coach the rest of the season, right? And the team ended up responding, right, with winning the Big West tournament. So like he was on a 5-game losing streak, was fired on Monday, and then the next game ended up winning the Big West tournament. And the athletic director had the audacity to say, if it helped, I'm really happy I did it. I'm like, it's not funny because that's really bad. That's so bad for you to get fired, right? But still have to coach, end up winning, and have your athletic director spit in your face and was like, hey, I guess I did something right by firing you. Like, oh, I did. Like, I'm patting myself on the back. I motivated you to get this win, even though you're not coming back from this. Like, that is crazy. So at least he didn't have to go through that, because that's tough.
Yeah,
That's
tough.
That's absolutely sick.
And we're gonna finish out with this one. We just gonna finish out with this one. Then we go to the Jackson State girls. My thing with FAMU in this school, we have the arena, we have the backing of a super mega superstar athlete in the making. I understand as far as bus versus planes. I can understand that. That's I mean, it just depends on if you got that dog in you or not. That's how I feel.
Right.
Like if you got the dog in you, got the dog in you, bust a plane, you should be ready to get off, lace them up, and ball out, regardless of how you travel.
Right.
But you have the backing of LeBron James, you have that awesome stadium, the basketball arena. There should be no problems with, consistency, recruiting, nutrition. There should be no problem with that. Those things. It should be no problem. Because, Robin, you've been all in up the gym. We have classes. We have we literally have a state-of-the-art basketball arena that if anybody can, literally a G League team could play in our thing, and they'd be like, bro, this is nice. Like literally a G League team could come in our arena and they'd be like, they could set up shop there for the whole season.
Right.
And won't complain.
Right. Yeah, that is true. I know that, and this is not even to, defend the comment or anything, but for sure I know that what you're saying is very true. But the truth of the matter is, you do need those things to win. Recruiting, nutrition, adequate travel. Cool. But I'm not going to say that like nobody can make things happen, because we have seen people take programs, flip them, switch them, and be able to elevate, maybe not as soon as they get there, but over the years have done better. And while we have seen that in areas of growth and development, as far as, the athletes, I think still the other part of it is you have to push beyond those limitations to make those things happen. While it may not be, you know what I'm saying, immediately, or it may not be as consistent as you want, but it's also not impossible to do and to make happen. And I think that's where, the athletic director now is looking at, like, we're going to need somebody that's going to be able to take these challenges and make do with what we have, because it's not anybody's fault, but really the government, because this is a racist government, of why we are where we are. Let's just be honest. But we are here. And it hasn't stopped others from making do. So we just need a little bit more person that is going to be up to the challenge. I think that's where they are now.
Definitely.
Can't save them all.
Can't save them all. Yeah, can't be like ass catching and catch them all.
Right. Can I?
Can't. I mean, unless we get an ass catch them for a basketball coach, and he can't recruit them all, then hey, I'm fine to dandy with that. But that's not a perfect world for HBCU. So even Deion Primetime Sanders couldn't recruit them all to Jackson State.
And then but wait, he went there. Now, I'm not saying we're not paralleling Deion Sanders to Coach McCollum before anybody attacks me and be like,
thank you.
I'm not saying that.
Thank you.
But at the end of the day, he still chose to go to an HBCU. And whatever he did well. So if you got to work a little bit 5 times harder to make that, then that's just the job you're going to have to do. And if you're not able to do that, there's not any fault to you, but they do need to find somebody who is willing to do that.
But Robin, I'm going to just go ahead and say this. Every black person works 5 times harder, I thought. That's what I thought. That's what I was taught. we gotta be
The
5
gag.
times better than the white man.
The gag.
You know,
The gumption.
that's what I was told when I was growing up.
The goal.
I
Okay.
mean, so
Look, we always gotta work harder.
if you ain't got that dog in you, you just ain't got the dog in you. That's what I thought, Robin. That's what I was told. Was you told the same thing?
I was told the same thing. They said actually they said 10. They said
okay,
10
they said
times.
10. Oh, okay,
10
okay. I mean, they said 10. Okay. Okay.
And it sucks. We get it, but that's where we are. So you want to make a name, you gotta put in that word. That's it. Period.
Definitely, period. And I know who gonna put in this word sooner or later. JSU girls.
Now I'm not gonna hold you. This is about comparable with Grambling playing Purdue because they are playing UConn. Jackson State is playing UConn.
But my thing is this.
Okay.
They say it's regional.
Okay. Now you're gonna have to break it down. Break it down. So regional. How they put the teams together, right?
So how in the hell they playing some UConn?
How they get Mississippi and Connecticut? If y'all can't see this is an accurate depiction of the state of Connecticut in Mississippi.
I gotta travel how many miles to get?
Are there any? So Ron, answer me this because my knowledge is limited in this area. Yeah. But are we saying there are no teams in between these states?
LSU.
You know, Baton Rouge ain't nothing but about 4.5, 5 hours maybe from Jackson, Mississippi. UConn is a flight. And where are they playing? Where are they playing?
I can't oblige that they could have played anybody in the southern region, but they said that you HBCU since you're doing so good, but we just gonna have you play UConn. How about that? How about that? That's what
is that do you feel the same way about or no? Because isn't that similar to what Purdue and Grambling is going through? Is that regional as well, or is that a part of the bracket? And that's just where it failed?
They did the women's regional because remember years ago they was complaining about not having that adequate food and not having an adequate this as far as the boys. So they voiced their opinion as like, and this is what the NCAA as far as the women's side thought of it. So okay, then let's have regional. Then once we get into the bigger bracket play, we can actually send y'all out and we can, divvy down the money better.
Okay.
But think about they could have played Duke. Could have played Duke. They could have played Virginia Tech. Guess what, Robin? They could have played Baylor.
Yeah. And that's in Texas.
Guess what, Robin? Hold on. I'm just trying to see the, what seed. They could have played North Carolina State.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they could have played a couple of Southern teams.
So essentially, they could have played a lot of people other than
they could have played. They could have played Tennessee.
Well, they playing tomorrow. So.
That's my.
They are going to play tomorrow. My goodness, they have to go up there. Because they're playing in Connecticut. Just like this.
USC is playing Texas A&M. I think that's their sister school, their lower school, CC. So why would Texas got to go all the way to Portland to play? That doesn't make any geological sense.
Yeah, and geographical.
Yeah, then They sitting in California.
Why is this happening? Why who's making these decisions? Like, is this like a committee thing?
Yeah,
or is this like a random draw?
No,
like, how do they determine who plays where?
This is a committee thing.
Interesting.
This is a committee thing, Robin, and I do not understand how if they want to randomize it, then they should have said, "Hey, we're about to randomize it."
Right.
So everybody wouldn't have an argument or like this is like doesn't make it. This doesn't make any sense.
That's crazy. Well, at the end of the day, Saturday, tomorrow, that's when it all goes down. Yes, what are your thoughts? Do you think they have a chance, or this is just gonna be a hey, don't get blown out?
I don't think it's gonna be a hey, don't get blown out. That's what I'm not going to think. Because you had both schools had time to prepare. And I feel like a well-prepared Jackson State can beat this. A well-prepared Jackson State can beat this team.
Okay.
So that's what I feel like. But Robbie, you have to be hitting on all cylinders. You don't have to be perfect, but you just can't fuck up.
Right.
That's what it is.
Now, have they won out of conference games? Did they play any? Do you know if they played any?
They played a lot of out of conference games.
Okay.
I'm literally just pulling it up now so we can talk about the out of conference games they did win. As far as the good out of conference games, not easy peasy, lemon squeezy conference games.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see.
Because I saw they won against whatever PR. Oh, University of Puerto Rico. So we're not gonna count that. They won against St. John's.
Mm-hmm.
They did lose to Kansas State, Oregon State, Mississippi State. Oh, they were close at Mississippi State. They only lost 72-82. They lost a good game to Miami too, 52-59. Who they got blown out?
They got blown out. That's Texas, so they got blown out. I feel like they learned their lesson with that. Trying to think, November, East Louisiana, they won that game. They lost against UCF.
So this gonna be a competition.
Yeah, St. John's is a good school. That's a basketball school, so they did win against a basketball school, even though if they're not ranked or not, that's a basketball school. Yeah, the only two games that I see Kansas State and like Texas, them the only two bad games.
Yeah.
They got killed by, but the other non-conference games, then you stack the ones from last year too, because a lot of players did come from last year as far as the non-conference games.
Right.
I mean, they got a fighting chance.
Yeah.
Especially how they played LSU last year. Like, they definitely got a fighting chance to win the game. They just have to make their shots. I think that's what it really comes down to. Right. Playing defense and making your shots and not getting into foul trouble.
Correct.
Because you're gonna get the whistle blown every time you touch one of those white girls. Oh, take your ass.
They definitely got to play smart because they're already going in with a target on their back.
Once you touch that girl, you can't touch it. Your black hands cannot touch that white skin. I'm gonna just go ahead and put it like that, Robbie. Ain't no racist, just don't touch her. Don't touch her.
Y'all heard the man.
Don't touch it.
Keep your hands to yourself.
Keep your hands to yourself.
Shoot.
Because they gonna blow the whistle every time. I'm trying to tell you.
Man, look.
Because I feel like it's only probably one or two girls that's maybe like more athletic on their team, but everybody else, they can out athletic them. They really can. They really can. It just comes down to who wants it more and who's going to make the best shots.
Yeah, and they're not going to make it easy.
Yeah,
they're not going to make it easy.
Definitely. So,
but y'all better watch that game Saturday, tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern.
1 p.m. Eastern. So, Robin, how you feel about the game?
I actually think it is going to be a challenge. I don't know. I'm not feeling confident to say that if they win, it'll probably be overtime. Let's start there. But I do think that If they play, again, kind of like what we said with Gremlin, if they just play ball, not worry about who they're playing and who they are, they may have a fighting chance, because we've seen that, it's possible. But I think sometimes we lose faith in ourselves, and I don't want them to do that. So if anything, if they're going to have a fighting chance, it ain't gonna be no blowout. It's gonna be a close game, but it probably will come down to the last few minutes, honestly. And it could be what and what. I wouldn't be surprised if UConn wins. Let's just get the cat out the bag. But I'm also not going to be surprised if JSU defeats them, like upsets them. It's just that it's going to be a power game every single moment. Is going to be a power. So
definitely. One last question, then we're gonna wrap up the show. If Miss Tamika win this game, Coach Tamika, if she win this game, where do you see her future beyond here?
Oh, I would not be surprised if people call her up and be like, "Hey, come on." But I see it's different because for Tamika, because she has been instrumental on the growth of this program, as we have seen, because each year we have talked, at least in the past 3 years, we have talked about JSU women's basketball, period. Right? So if that were to happen, they win, guarantee people are going to come out the woodworks. Hey, we need a coach. We need you to come here. Hey, we need a coach. We need you to come here. I would be surprised if she takes them up on that offer. I would be surprised because I think she has another year in them. But, maybe not too surprised if she does take it, because she deserves it. Because let's be honest, that is, as much as we love our HBCUs, it is a huge accomplishment to move up in ranks for a coach's perspective. I know her heart and soul lies with JSU, but I would applaud her if that's the decision she ends up going, just to elevate her own career. Because that's amazing. Yeah, that's dope. And I think it'll even hit more, sentimental for her specifically if she were to be offered that opportunity and take it. But we gonna see. And I feel like even if they don't win, I'm not surprised if she's hitting calls right now, man. They see the work that she's done with that team. They see the athletes that she's produced or helped, nurture. It ain't no secret.
Definitely. Grambling State women's won the WNIT game last night, and we're playing. Okay, cool. See, I really didn't keep up. There's too much basketball to keep up with, bro. They got too many turnovers. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I ain't even keep up with that. So I got NBA going on. I got both of the tournaments going on. So
that's why we need y'all to help us. Grambling State, yes, ma'am.
Look, but I definitely keep my eye out on that since they won. So, and you say NIT play, okay, and North Carolina play tonight. So I try to keep my eye on that. Definitely. But I know, Robin, you gotta go, so we're gonna definitely wrap this thing up. What you got going on for this week and next week, or this weekend and next week to come?
Yeah. So of course, banquets tonight. Very excited about that. Next week, we getting things prepared for final season. So a lot of studying and a lot of work, but we taking this day by day, step by step. What about you? What do you have planned for this weekend?
Watching some games.
You had everything: laptop, TV, other TV, phone, got a little iPad action.
Yeah.
You know what I've seen? I've seen these people connect their TVs or something.
Oh, yeah.
Man, that is the coolest thing. Or they'll have these subscriptions and they're able to put it on a Promethean board or whatever. Man.
And I did leave. My bad. I'm sorry, Coach K. I did leave Norfolk out. So
Norfolk, yes, sir.
Yeah, they do play Stanford. Definitely. Is this game winnable?
We gonna see.
That's all I'm gonna say. I ain't gonna have no analysis to the game because I didn't really prepare myself for analysis. But we gonna see. But yeah, I'm gonna just be watching games this weekend and just chilling and come on here next weekend and talk about it. And I'm gonna talk about spring practice and pro day for next week. So I really want to focus on basketball this week. So, we don't give basketball a lot of shine. So I really wanted to give basketball their shine this week because it is March Madness. But thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure y'all go subscribe to Mr. Brizz on Top. Make sure y'all, Lauren got her IG thing right there. Make sure y'all follow Robin, give her some likes and whatever. Congratulate her on the night, which you post that thing.
I'll be posting it.
Yeah. So make sure y'all do that. Yeah, man. I got you next week, man. I had to do basketball. I gotta give basketball their stuff. This is a football show, but I gotta give basketball their stuff, man.
Come on now, we gonna be back.
Yeah, we're gonna be back to talk all about it, man. Definitely. But man, peace out. Thank y'all, man. I'll see y'all next week, man.